You know who will eventually take your promotion, your girl, and your respect? A complete idiot who just knows how to control public opinion. He can turn his flaws into advantages and make your strengths look pathetic. Yes, it's unfair, but charisma is not magic or a birth-given talent. It's a skill to evoke real emotions. And if you can't even string two words together, all your other skills mean absolutely nothing. Until you learn to have calm and respectful conversations, don't try to act like a manipulator. Are you ready to understand how this cheat code works and what you need to do? Then let's go. The first thing you need to develop is the ability to tell stories. Think about that moment when a dead, awkward silence hangs in the air on a date or at a meeting. Your brain panics. To avoid that, you must have loaded weapons ready. As Mark Twain said, "No improvisation is as good as the one I prepared for 3 days." You should have several stories ready for different occasions to break awkward silences or impress someone. Experienced speakers have dozens of such stories and know exactly which one to use at the right moment. Right now, ask yourself, can you immediately recall at least one funny story from your life? Great if you can. If not, start doing this right now. Write down stories that reveal your best qualities. Eventually, you'll have a universal arsenal ready for any situation, for girls, friends, work, or business meetings. You might be wondering, how do I remember all these stories? How do pros pull their stories out of thin air so easily? They use a 2,000-year-old cheat code. The great Roman orator, Marcus Tullius Cicero, never used notes. He memorized his speeches by heart. And he didn't memorize dry words, but placed key points mentally throughout rooms in his house. To recall a speech, he just mentally walked through his rooms. I'll let you in on a secret. You can use this technique too. Pick any familiar place and associate vivid stories with items there. Then, when you mentally walk through that place, every story will instantly come to mind. For example, in my room, there's a guitar on the wall. It reminds me of when I had to perform at a big concert without preparation because the guitarist didn't show up. There are plenty of books on my shelf, and I immediately recall thoughts from the last book I read, ready to share with someone. There's also a Spartan helmet, a reminder of how I struggled through hardships without giving up. These are just 3 examples, but you can turn your whole house into a memory palace. Use different rooms for different purposes. The bedroom to recall stories, the bathroom to remember speech structures. Now, let's talk about why conversations, say with girls, often feel hard. Most people are terrible conversationalists because their minds are stiff. To fix this, you need a mental gym. Pick any boring object, say a stool. Define what category it belongs to, furniture. Then break it down. What kinds of stools are there? 3-legged, metal, wooden, handmade? This trains your flexibility of thought, seeing things from different perspectives, finding connections, shifting from general to specific and back, making your conversations smooth and deep. Here is how you use it in business negotiations. When your goal is to turn a partner into a client, start with a compliment. Say you like the company's positioning. It shows you're genuinely interested. Now think, what is positioning? It's part of business as a whole. Share your own brief insights on business behavior. Then break business down into 2 types: companies that get clients through advertising and those growing organically. And here's the hook. See how we smoothly transitioned? Now you mention your company helps attract organic traffic. Explain the concrete benefits they will get. This way, smoothly and naturally, you lead your partner to the topic you want, gaining trust. Practice this exercise daily, on your commute, in lines. Observe objects around you. Play with them in your mind. Mental flexibility is a skill that improves not only communication, but many areas of life. And finally, the most important advice, don't be afraid to speak. Until you start trying, everything you learned is just empty words. Your fear of rejection is a pathetic remnant of evolution, a herd survival instinct. Your brain thinks if a girl rejects you, the tribe will exile you to die in the savannah. Wake up. Adult life works differently. Even if a girl rejects you publicly, the worst reaction you'll get is indifference. People just don't care. They have enough problems of their own. Often it's even the opposite. People respect you for being brave. Ask yourself, how many of your acquaintances had the guts to approach the prettiest girl and say hi? And even if rejected, that's her problem. If you know your value, rejection is just her foolishness and inability to see clearly. And I repeat the main thing you must imprint forever. Before you die, you won't regret what you did, but what you didn't do. Prepare your stories, train your mind. Don't be afraid to take the first step, and charisma will become your greatest weapon.